guys, I'm a little bit late, which I guess is okay. It takes me a minute to get myself all gathered and warmed up. So, as you guys come into the room, say hello. Let me know you're here. Let me know if you can hear me. Let me know if you could see me. Now, my other ring light bit the dust when I did my last live. Well, Tamika's Den's last live for what you should be watching. And my son got it back working that day. But ever since then, it's like been on the fritz. So I bought this other, that's in the way. I bought this other light from TikTok, which is cool, but it's over there because they sent me the wrong clip. So I ordered a new clip, but the clip hasn't come in yet. So we're trying to work it out. Like on Saturday Sip, I don't mind it being a little dark. It's a little vibe. It's a little mood, but I wanted to make sure you guys can see me on these. Oh, child. It was my 6-day work week. So, tired, and more tired, which is why I scheduled this for 9:20 and then still got here a little bit late, giving y'all a little pink because Valentine's coming, but I didn't want to pink y'all to death. So I gave you a little purple lip. Anywho, like I said, I'm tired. It was my 6-day work week. I was gonna bring some coffee. First I was gonna bring an alcoholic beverage. Then I was gonna bring some coffee, but I just got me a little peach iced tea. Keep the throat a little moisturized. But anyway, something I was gonna say to you good people before we got started, but now I can't remember what it is, which is why I make notes for everything. Because if I don't make notes, baby, your girl is sure enough going to forget. So, whew. All right, I see y'all coming in here. You're not saying nothing. But we about to get into these notes. We are here for do all the things while you're at it. I got my little thing scrolling across the bottom. Your girl is really, I'm only at 2 something, which don't get me wrong, I'm appreciative. Your girl is trying to get to 300 because I'm making, I did my vision board. So your girl is making goals for herself. So my goal short term is to get to 300 because you want to get to 1,000 by the end of the year. 300 by the end of Black History Month. Come on, people. Black, brown, white, everybody. Get those numbers up. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Okay. Anywho, we are here for Love and Marriage DC. This is season 3, episode 3, Personal Foul. And so now the episode is basically picking up where we left off with them talking about Carmen and how her and Clifton met and the nature of our relationship and how she got dumped by some other guy she was dating, and Clifton and her and Joy ended up going on some trip together, and Quick is like, yeah, Ashley would never, which we all know. And most of us wouldn't. Their relationship is very unique, very different. I mean, if they like it, I love it. I'm kind of on the side where Irene is at. We're going to get to that in a few minutes, but I'm just like, child, I don't know. So then he brings up, who was it? Was it Clifton? No, I think it was Quick. Brings up Ashley telling her best friend Alicia about Clifton and Joy being married. And Quick's whole thing is like, be mad at your wife. Like, if it was such a secret, then you shouldn't have told anybody. She only told her best friend. Ain't that right, Black? That's not exactly how it went, but he was definitely trying to get Black to his side. What up, bro? Thanks for coming through. I know you don't watch this type of stuff, but thank you for your support. I appreciate it. So Clifton is like, yeah, of course Black is going to agree with Quick because he don't really get along with Joy like that. And we saw that at the beginning of 2A, if you ask me, if not the end of season 2, that they got their little thing that I guess we're going to get back to later in the season. They haven't touched on it, but they're going to have something, I think maybe next episode, where everybody's going to be there if everybody shows up. So we may get back to that tension between Black and Joy. and Sharella, I guess. So Quick is trying to explain. I have to keep track of these names. It's a lot of names. It's a lot of people. Quick is trying to explain that Ashley apologized, and basically he's riding for his wife. He's like, Joy is really dragging this on. She says sorry. We ain't gonna say sorry 11 times. He saw the text. Clifton said he didn't see the text because Black is trying to get into the middle of it. And I said, child, who cares? Because this wasn't even a place for the men to be. But they were trying to say that Clifton should have, had some insight. He should have read the text message, like Quick read the text message. No, because Quick and Ashley, they're a little bit messy and they on the same team. And Clifton and Joy, I mean, part of me want to say they're not on that energy, although we did see Joy get a little petty. And Clifton gets a little petty. I know that's their last name, but I'm like, child, come on. Really? So anyway, like I said, I was like, child, who cares? And then Jamie's like, can we just basically all get along? Like, who cares who saw what text message? And I don't even know why we're having this conversation at a function for the men. You and Clifton already sat down and have a conversation. So if y'all did not square whatever that was away then, or have a separate meeting, y'all don't need to talk about Joy and Ashley. Joy and Ashley is grown ass women. So if they want to be friends, they'll be friends. If they don't want to be friends, they won't be friends. It's not the end of the world. So Black is like, child, yeah, I don't know. So then we finally move away from that and we get to our next scene, and we are with Irena and Jamie and Mama T, and they're going to get food for her bearded dragon. I said, Mama T is a hoot. So Jamie starts talking about Quick's wrestling league, which I think I forgot to mention in my last recap, which that was the whole purpose for him being there. But I kind of cut it out with that scene of him watching Ashley ride on the bike and being a little bit of a creep, but not really a creep because that's his wife. So then Irena brings up the Carmen post, because Carmen had been posting, videos and posts, and she's, with Clifton, and she's saying, oh, it's the bestie and all the other stuff. And everybody's like, yeah, but where is Joy? Joy is nowhere to be found. So Jamie's like, yeah, well, I spoke to Clifton on it, and, it sounds all good. He said, that's the PR for him, for Joy, which I don't really know if she's PR for Joy, but child, I guess. And Irena's like, yeah, nah, nope, absolutely not. So Jamie's like, this is not about me. And I agree, because I'm like, why are they arguing? Irena was getting upset because she wanted Jamie to agree that it was inappropriate for them to be, laid up, or however these pictures, they put the pictures on the screen. She wanted him to agree, and he was like, I'm gonna stand on this side. The man that already explained. And Jamie, Clifton, Jamie. So I was saying, I don't know why they're arguing. And Jamie is like, yeah, and we were in the same boat. And I'm like, what are you talking about, Willis? So Irena storms out. Jamie, paying for the food for Mama T. He gets outside. Mama T, I guess, went to go to the car, and he goes to talk to Irena. He's calling her crazy. And I'm like, please don't call her crazy. I mean, I know you think that that's cute, and I didn't appreciate it, but she didn't seem to get that upset about it because she was already mad about what she was mad about. So I'm like, what is tea with, what happened years ago? Because they weren't really getting into it, but I'm like, I should have figured that they would. And Arena's like, I don't get it twisted. Like, I've been through it too. I said, well, come on now. Somebody speak on it. So we flash back to a clip of the reunion where Jamie and Irena are talking about Irena having inappropriate conversation with men. And I was like, I forgot it. That was so long ago. But that's where we are. So, Irena was trying to say it wasn't just that, but that's the angle that Jamie was trying to take. Like, I've been through it before. So that's why he was trying to steer clear of it, which I thought was really, really funny, because for once, Uranus like on the other side of it looking like, baby, why? I don't want to say aggressive because I hate when people use that word, but you're being very, very adamant about this man agreeing with what you have to say. And he was like, my name is Bennett and I'm not in it. Child, I didn't even get to take a shower right before I came on here. Now I did come in, run in the door, make a little burrito bowl for dinner for the kids, but here goes my nose and my tissue are not really that handy. We're gonna have to make do. You've been on here before, you already know how it goes down, and I will be picking up some allergy medicine from the store sooner or later because the weather has been warmer here lately. And so I guess, I don't know if the pollen or the leaves or whatever is shifting around, but my nose does not appreciate it. So where do we move on from there? So Quick takes Ashley and the kids out for some family time. He says his health is better and he wants to keep it that way. So he wants to work on spending some time with his family, being healthy, taking a break because Quick is a consummate. He gonna work and he gonna work and he gonna overwork. So they were rock climbing, child. It was so funny. So now I'm sitting here watching it. Now I'm watching it on the TV so I can take notes on my phone because if I watch it on my phone, I can't take notes on my phone. And my 8-year-old, my little manager, he's like, is that old man climbing the wall? I said, baby, not old man. Oh, now the old kids are the darndest. Now the whole time I'm looking at it because he likes to, do things like that rock wall. And I was like, I have to do a little research and see where we could go and do something like that as a family because I'm thinking it's really cool. And like, here he is with his mouth. I said, oh my Lord. But definitely got to put that on the list. The kids are about to be on vacation and we are going to be home. So it's, it's staycation for your girl. It's, go do a little bowling, which bowling has gotten expensive, by the way. I don't know if that's just here or if that's every place because I was going to go to this Bolero, which is kind of like fancy bowling, but that's really expensive. So we're going to have to just go to the little mom and pop bowling alley. They like to get to the arcade, play a little video game, stuff like that, get to the movies, might go see Madam Web, which everybody ain't really too thrilled about it, but we need activities. So I know that there's one, but it's more of an outdoors type of scene and it's a little too cold for that. So I have to find one that has like an indoor, like rock climbing situation for us to partake and get our chill on. Hey, Monique 69 ways. Thank you for coming through. So where are we at? So Quick starts talking about wrestling and the conversation that they had after. Now, never mind the throuple situation of it all. What we gonna talk about is again, Ashley and Joy and Ashley over and over again, just trying to make fetch happen. Hey, girl. Yes, my little manager. He, kids, they be real straight to the point with it, which me and my best friend were just having this conversation the other day. I think I said it online how we thought that 40 was really old. And now that we in our 40s, it's like, why do we think 40 was so old? But then I was calling my mama old because she's about to be 70. But then when I be 70, 70 is not going to be that, So blunt, he be with the shits, okay? So Ashley basically says that she is no longer interested in trying to have a relationship with Joy, which we will see later on in an episode. I'm like, that's a stance to take. So he says, there's a Wizards game, and I forgot what his involvement exactly was with the Wizards game. You guys can get down in the comments and tell me, because like I said, I was changing my clothes, eating dinner, watching, taking notes, and I was like, we doing better than we did episode 1, but we could still pick up the pace. Although your girl is still a little irritated that we had to take it back, we throwing it back. So he says that he wants to invite everyone, and Ashley's like, you could tell she ain't really with it, but she's like, fine, you can do what you want to do, and he is. So he sends, text messages to all the guys inviting them to the game, which later he claims that nobody responded. That's all right, girl. I appreciate you being here. It's just enough. It's not that much. Like, I know how you do. Like, I don't even do ratings when I do this, but Maybe when we get later on in the episodes, because I don't want to set myself up for the fail. So maybe when we get later in the episodes, we'll rate them. So I know how you do. And it's the little engine that could. They're giving us a little bit more each episode, but child, that's about it. Hey Daria, thank you for watching over on Facebook. Good evening and happy Saturday, child. I almost forgot it was Saturday. Like I said, I really want to have a drink, but then it's a long story. I'm doing okay. I'm a little tired. It's been a long week. How are you doing? Yeah, I was gonna make a drink, but I'm supposed to be making a drink short, so I wanted to do it all in one fell swoop. So since I didn't have time to do the short, I had to make the drink. Anywho, I need a little something to take the edge off, although I'll probably be in here sleeping. And I needed to get on here and come to you with the mess. So she wasn't with it, but she was like, she don't agree with her hubby. So like, whatever you want to do, baby, you want to do. So she mentions that she wants to have a talk with, I'm gonna call him LJ, because I was having the same issue that Brandy Yvonne was. If you don't watch her, go check out Brandy Yvonne channel here on YouTube. She recaps Love and Marriage DC, as well as Ready to Love, bunch of other shows. We're trying to get those numbers up. I'm doing my content creator appreciation posts every Thursday. Luckily, I remembered. So you can go on there, click her link from there, check her out. Her last recap, she was saying the same thing that I was saying, that we cannot stand calling this boy Lil Jamie. This little boy is in his late 20s, and here we are calling him Lil Jamie. So I said, I put LJ in my notes, but I don't call him that. So I think we're going to go with calling him LJ, just because Lil Jamie aggravates my nerves. And if I say Jamie, you're gonna be like, which Jamie? I ain't gonna call Jamie Big Jamie. He over there arguing with Color Me Pink. I haven't even watched the recap. Now I watched her videos where she was talking about him getting on her, and I said, all you're doing is giving her more clicks, because I watched those two videos, and I'm gonna go back and watch her recap just to see what she said. So she says that she wants to talk to LJ because she sees that he's hurting, and she sees the similarities between her and her mom, because her mom kind of went to go live with her boyfriend and left Ashley to raise herself, is her side of the story. And I'm inclined to believe, like we were talking about my little manager, kids are very, very honest. So I believe that if that's what she say happened, that's what happened. And the mama was calling her bad. Ashley don't like the word bad. I don't like the word bad either. You have to be very, very careful with your words when it comes to your kids. And also when it comes to yourself, you have to speak nicely to yourself. So I don't like that. Hey, Candy Love. Child, I know. I didn't even go look at his stuff. I watched her stuff. I supported her. And, look, I'm trying to choose my words real carefully, because Love and Marriage DC, their cast definitely gets with it and gets very, very jiggy with the social media of it all. Them and Bell Collective, because I remember once posting something about Bell Collective and Letitia. It wasn't nasty, but Letitia was in the comments. I said, oh. And I know they said, Marie S with the mess. And this cast, I think Love and Marriage Huntsville too, although I don't watch that. But I'm like, all you're doing is making me go watch her videos, because if you're going to put yourself on a show, which is why I say I could never do reality TV. If you're going to put yourself on a show, you're going to have to kind of be prepared for people to give you the criticism based upon what they see, how it's edited, the small amounts we get. You have to be prepared for that. So I would never want y'all all in my business. Like, I'm transparent, but I mean, come on, there's some things that we got to keep close to the chest. So, and I would never really want to bring my kids on beyond. You see, my kids don't even hardly want to do YouTube beyond whatever it was they will be comfortable with. Now, like I said, LJ, he's in his late 20s. So I get that. And that's one of the things I kind of do like, is to see their family dynamic. Because, Big Jamie is a mess. But I like to see their family dynamic because, I have the one son that, is vision impaired. And then just therapy, family drama and therapy. Love to see it. So I definitely want them to work through it, but we gonna get a little bit of therapy on this episode, and I was happy to see Miss Terry come through and talk to them. Child, just cracking up laughing because she's like, I can do this in my sleep. You want to Joan? I can Joan. I said, baby, he got the wrong one. But like I said, I'm trying to keep it cute because I don't got the viewership she has. So don't come over here in my comments. Although maybe if you want to, if that's gonna blow me up and get my numbers up, you can come over here and cuss me out. I'll be all right. I'll be all right. Although I don't really say nothing too crazy about him. He hasn't done nothing too crazy yet this season, part 2B. But if he does, then we gonna speak on it, as Candy Burris would say. Yeah, I mean, I do like the show. It's just it kind of lost momentum, and I laughed because I got a lot of viewership that first one, but not my second episode. And I see some other YouTubers is kind of right there with it. That first episode and the second episode, it went down. So I'm curious to see what numbers this is gonna do when it goes up, but we shall see. Where was I? LJ and Ashley. So she just wants to let him know that she's there. And you got a friend in me. But my whole thing is I kind of liked it, but I was like, I just hope that it's sincere because I know how people can get and they put on for TV and you're trying to put on. Now, I do agree that she went through some things with her mom. So there definitely are similarities, which I'm kind of like, because with Quick and then with Jamie, like, let's not compare ourselves and act like we're better fathers or better men. It's just not if y'all supposed to be friends. But as long as she's sincere about it, child, I guess. Tell your husband to watch his words because that was definitely out of pocket. And then really it's more so about LJ getting therapy, which I think we're going to see some more of this season. I'm going to keep doing this to be. So Joy and Irena have a photo shoot. I was like, kind of put a question mark in my notes. And then after I thought about it, I'm like, I guess that's pretty cool. I guess that's cute. It's a different type of, date, little girl hangout thing. I said, I could see me and my bestie doing that because we a little bit, she said Irena's extra and we could definitely be a little bit extra. Okay. I don't know why my nose is going like this. Woo, child. We can definitely do a little bit extra. I don't even think we have any place like that here, but they in the DMV, so they taking their little photo shoot, and then afterwards they have a little sip, and they sit down, and she's asking, "Oh, how's Clifton? How's he healing? How you doing? How your mama doing?" And then after we get to that, Uranus like, "Yeah, so your girlfriend, homegirl Carmen, right? She been posting your man, girl, and folks was like, where is Joy?" And so she basically wants to know what's tea. And she wants Joy to know, listen, girl, I'm coming from a sincere place. All right now, because I'm a little bit triggered because I feel like it's inappropriate. Joy's kind of like, listen, people have been saying that. And in her confessional, she basically is like, that's preposterous. Triple threesome with child, I guess. So then she proposes to Arena, like, well, have you seen anything appropriate? And she's like, no, I haven't seen anything appropriate, but women can get comfortable, which I kind of agree. But part of me is with Joy because if you have a woman that you feel like she might get too comfortable, you might not be okay with it. Y'all probably don't need to be friends. Like my best friend, when I have my dudes, she keep her distance. Like I would never have to worry about her getting comfortable. And I met her when I met her husband. We all worked together. So like I know her husband. He's not my friend. She's my friend. But I would, I know where the line is. I know where the line is. She would not have to worry about me being inappropriate. So it's kind of a two-way street. So Joy is saying, people don't have a blueprint when it comes to friendship. That Carmen's upfront, she's honest, and she's loyal, and that she trusts her. And I was like, okay, girl, like if you say so. But like I said, you should really be able to trust. Like for me, if anything, I would probably have some men that I would not trust with my best friend because she's a baddie. right? Okay. That they might be trying to come for her. But what did that tell me? That those weren't the right men. But do I trust my best friend? Absolutely. So I get where she's coming from. It's just the nature of their relationship is weird because it's not like if you said that about your friend, like I said, I met my best friend, separate situation. It wasn't like, well, like I said, we did all work together, me, her, and her husband. But then again, I don't have that relationship with her husband. I would never. And we've known each other the same amount of time. Is that my friend? Absolutely not. So there's a difference. Yeah, I can't do it either. I can't do it either, Candy. It's like it's a no for me, dog. But if she's all right for it, I'm like, okay. So producers are asking Irena, like, do you think that they're in a throuple? She's like, I don't know, but after having this conversation, I'm just gonna mind my business. And they're like, well, what about you and Jamie been in a threesome? No, no, absolutely no. And I was like, don't nobody want to roll around with Jamie. Although what I will say is they do be killing it in their little confessional their confessional looks, Jamie and Irena, they be dressed. So she's like, well, they start talking about, oh, no, 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 no. Joy brings up, well, what about Ashley and Alicia and their finger tattoos? I said, child, yikes. Like, really? Okay. So then she asked, are y'all going to the game? And she's like, I don't know. She says, I text Ashley and she didn't respond. Now, I did not pause it to read the message. I ain't really care. Y'all can let me know what it says or not. But Ashley didn't respond, but Ashley had already told who did she tell? Her husband. She had already told Quick that she's not interested in a friendship with Joy, which she should have just texted her back and said that. But I guess she figured no answer should be her answer, which I would have, but for sake of show, they're gonna put on and be around each other. Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, the nature of their friendship is what makes it a problem. If you have a true best friend that's like, I got a best friend that I have from childhood. I have one best friend, she's down in South Carolina, that we've been best friends since I was in like elementary school, like around age 4, right? Then I have my best friend that lives close to me. She and I have been best friends since like my 20s, but that's 20 something years of friendship. So, okay, they don't have that type of friendship, but I guess. I guess. So Ashley goes off to I wasn't quite sure, but I guess it was just a doctor she went off to. It looked like some type of wellness center or sleep studies center, or, I don't know. But she sat down and she was talking to a doctor and she was saying that she was, she hasn't been sleeping. And I kind of felt her on that one. So homegirl said 45 minutes a night, a day, a night. Child, I said, really? Like, how do you function? Now I know some people could do 5 or 6 hours. Like I'm an 8-hour girl. I don't get 8 hours. I would absolutely love to get 9 hours. Like when I can get some sleep, I'm gonna get some sleep. But I mean, I can function off of 5 or 6. I don't really feel like you're not yourself when you're hungry. I don't feel like myself, when I get that little bit of sleep. But 40, child, I guess I feel like she was exaggerating because Ashley. So the doctor's asking her, what about depression and anxiety? Yes, she has. She's been on medication. She's asked her about medication. She says, yes, she's been on medication, but at some point she basically hits like a plateau where it kind of just doesn't work anymore, which I totally get. So she says she's got to test it for everything, including lupus, and that's been going on for 8 years. And the doctor says, with everything that you said, it sounds like perimenopause. So they start talking about estrogen levels and her estrogen level being high. And the doctor starts talking about estrogen and progesterone, and they have to get to the thing. And it's this, you get too much estrogen. Ash is like, you become a super bitch. She's like, you said it, not me. But I was kind of like, dang, because I was just talking to somebody about this, and I said, I just might be perimenopausal. I'm in my mid-40s, so it's quite possible. Now, I'm not having a sleep thing, but Google can sometimes not be your friend, because definitely when I looked it up and I Googled it and I was looking at some of the symptoms, I'm like, check. check. Because I think I talked to my grandmother and she was like, "You could be menopausal, ma'am." No, I rebuke. Now she did go through menopause early, and my mother was perimenopausal by my age, which is why I think that's probably what my issue is. But I was like, child, it's just it's rough being a woman. These are the things that we go through. You got to get the period, and then you got to have the babies, and then you got to go through the perimenopause, and then you got to go through the menopause. I just hope that I don't have like crying fits, hot flashes. Like my grandmother said, she didn't go through too much of that. My mom was tripping when she was perimenopausal, so I'm hoping that's not the route that I'm going to take. But we shall see. Like I said, us as women, we have to go through a lot. So the doctor basically says, you're going to do some blood work and you're going to come back and then we're going to make it do what it do. So Irena has called Terry, who I don't know if she's a therapist by trade. I know they talked to her before because they had that little session thing that they did before. And so she's coming to the house, but she's telling us that it's been a minute. So yeah, there's that. What you saying over here, Aries? Listen, ain't nothing like it. I'm like, I have boys, just be lucky. Y'all can't have no kids. Y'all, oh, Lord. So the lady sits down and she tells them about the blow up that they had in the store out in public. And Irena tells her, listen, there's a situation. We have friends. It's Clifton and Carmen, and there's taking pictures and they posted it online, but there's no Joy. Joy's the wife. Why is Carmen there and Joy's not there? And she felt like it looked bad. And Jamie says, she was upset because I didn't agree. I spoke to Clifton. I got the clarity I needed. So I was ready to move on. And Terry's like, listen, it's awesome if he agrees, but basically you can't make him. Like, if he agrees with you, then okay. But if not, it is what it is. So, child, I don't know if I should stay off camera the whole time. My nose just gonna keep doing whatever it do. Who's pure embarrassment? Menopause or them cutting up in the damn store? Sorry, I should have got a straw. Um. So then Jamie brings up her, yeah, them cutting a fool in public. Jamie brings up her situation with her business partner and says that the business partner was posting sexy pictures. I'm like, now I don't remember them talking about that during the reunion. Now they talked about her having inappropriate conversations and she copped to that. And they kind of showed us that at the beginning of the episode when they were showing us the little clips and whatnot. But he was saying that the business partner was posting sexy pictures of her talking about, oh sis, oh my sis. I'm like, sorry, my son from college just texts me in the middle of me reading my notes. He needs some things. He always needs something. Love him to pieces. And I wish he had told me, although I just mailed a card because I mailed him a card for Valentine's Day and a gift card because me and my other two are probably gonna go out for Valentine's Day after I get up for work, so I don't have to cook and go eat. And my little one was asking, well, what about Jay? And I was like, I'm sending him a card with a gift card. Can we get a gift card? No, I'm taking y'all out to eat. I'm gonna send him a DoorDash so he can order him something so he can, have his little special meal too. Anywho, he just distracted me asking me for things because love you, Pooh. So this was 5 years ago. So Irena says that she got triggered with women posting pictures of Jamie. He's like, don't do me. Don't do that. Like, I'm in a nightlife. I take pictures with women. It ain't even like that, but it's like that for her. So she says he's done a lot in his past and she forgiven him. And I believe it. And he was a police officer. Lord only knows. And with that little attitude he got. So she says she had the one time which I wasn't sure which one time she was talking about because we're talking about the business partner, and then she said she had maybe it was just one inappropriate conversation that she had with somebody sliding in the DMs. But she says just one time, and he's throwing in her face. And they start to go back and forth a little bit, and then Terry's like, "Listen, would you rather be right or be happy?" So Jamie says happy. I think she said happy also. And she's like, "Y'all have not moved past it if you're still being triggered." And they admit, I think it was in their confessionals, that they don't have the deep conversations, that they sweep things under the rug and they just move on with life. I said, ain't that black people? That sound like my whole entire family. That's all we do is sweep things under the rug. That's why your girl is tired, and that's why I be in therapy. Okay, gotta work through it on my own. So basically, she was just telling them that they both need to communicate with each other. Um, Child, I don't know what that says on the notes. That's what happens when you type in fast. But that was the long and short of the conversation, is that they both need to communicate better. Like, she shouldn't have got all crunked and saying with her chest just because he didn't agree with her. And he shouldn't have been bringing up the past. And, so they have to move past it. Yes. Yes, he is cocky. And I cannot imagine. So we finally get to our last scene, and we're at this Wizards game, and I called it box seats, but it was a suite. And so Jamie claims that he sent text to everybody, but he got no replies. So Ashley's best friend Alicia is there, and she's like, she starts talking about how I heard, they said y'all was jealous. And I was like, well, I was hoping at that point, which we didn't see in this episode, so hopefully we don't get to it. And actually, I don't think we would get to it next episode either. But at this point, I was like, I hope that Alicia and Joy don't get into it, because Alicia looked like she want all of that action. So we see, Clifton and Joy, a little scenic, walking up the street talking about Ashley not returning the text. So Irena and Jamie come through first. Clifton and Joy come in after. And it's cricket from Ashley. Joy says, hey. Irena and Jamie said, hey. I don't know if Quick and Alicia said, hey. I know Ashley definitely didn't say anything. So then Joy climbs over the ledge to give Irena a hug and says hi to everybody, like, hey, Irena, hey, Jamie, hey, Quick, hey, Alicia. Don't say hey to Ashley. And I said, that is petty. And that is what Ashley be doing and Joy be doing, and that's why they get under each other's skin. So then Ashley says that she needs vodka, and Jamie's like, listen, I want to address the elephant in the room. Like, this happened last time. Like, everybody good? And Ashley's like, no, because apparently I'm jealous of Joy. It's like, Ashley gonna be honest and say it with her chest. And now Ashley wants to talk about it, because first Joy was like, you think this is the time at the place? Ashley's like, well, I tried and I did and I wanna and I feel and I. So she's like, you want to step outside? Matter of fact, I do. Let's step outside. Yeah, see, I don't want to use that word, Candy Love. That's what I said earlier. I'm like, I don't want to use the aggressive word. I try not to put that on my people. But she definitely was like, why are you not agreeing? That's wrong. You don't see that that's wrong? I was like, oh, girl, he was like, Clifton had told me, so I'm just gonna, Quick said the word jealous. Clifton didn't say jealous. Now you're about to go make me go back and watch, and I really don't even care. I really don't even care that much. I thought that Clifton said something about them being jealous because they came from the other show. I could be wrong. You could be right. Yeah. Joy is definitely dramatic to the max. Hey, Detroit, what up, player? City boys up. Yeah. So, child, they step outside, right? She says, sure. They step outside in the hallway. And Ashley is like, I think she's like, it's foolish for you to be here. Like, it's been over a month. And Joy persists that when she came to the child's Christmas Eve party, she came in peace. And Ashley's like, you acted a fool. And then when you left, you said we were enemies. I'm like, she definitely did. And Joy is saying, no, Ashley was the one that was on one. And she tried to, Ashley says, no, I tried to reconcile. I tried to apologize. I'm not going to keep calling. I'm not going to keep trying, which I get it. But she could have, I don't want to say try a little bit more, but she could have like met her halfway or something, because Ashley was like very much in her bag, which I will say it again. For her to show up at that lady's house unannounced and at the very least not go up and say hello to her and, say, yeah, girl, I decided to come on through. I wanted to, try and reconcile and make amends and, see if I can have a word with you. I know I said I wasn't coming, but she said she didn't come in peace, but she definitely came with that energy too. And Belle said I was right that she did walk past her, not say nothing. Oh, okay. So he specifically used the word jealous. Oh, okay. I could see that because yeah. What y'all got going on tomorrow? Um do, 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 do. So Joy says that she wanted to move forward, but and then we hit the flashback of Ashley saying that she brought them on the show and that if it wasn't for her, and Ashley's like, I supported you. Joy does not agree. But now Ashley's like, but besides that, she's annoyed because now her and Clifton and Carmen say she's jealous, which Candy Love has said that was Quick's words. So yikes, but still. Um, And Joy wants to know, like, basically, how are we going to move forward? How are we going to be in the same room? Ashley's like, well, we don't need to be. And they're like, oh, okay, cool. We can agree on that. So it's that. We're not friends. And then I was like, okay. So now they go back in the suite, right? And Ashley asked her to leave. I said, oh, Ashley, steady throwing karaoke singer comments in the confessional, just throwing strays. Well, it wasn't really strays. So now this conversation drips into the suite. Quick has gone to go downstairs to do whatever he's doing. Now he did try to interrupt her in the hallway to see if she wants to go, but he was kind of like, eh, and went on about his business. He probably didn't have time to wait. So now she's in there and she starts having this conversation because now everybody all of a sudden is standing up and they're in this unit. And she starts talking about, this, that, and the third, and this, that, and this, and you're jealous. And then Clifton kind of gets a little bit in her face and she hits with this and they getting into it. And that's kind of where the episode ended. And I was like, yikes. Now I didn't appreciate that because he's a big dude and Quick wasn't there. So I didn't appreciate that. But I'm gonna have to take a look and reevaluate because I have my feelings this episode, but they may change once I see the episode next week and see the end of this episode replay out and then what happens in full. Because sometimes when they cut it, they cut it to look a certain way. But we're gonna continue this in the next episode. We're gonna see her and Quick talking about it and him being mad. A costume party of sorts because I saw the men in wigs and I didn't really understand what's going on. And Winter is planning a couples trip. So like I said, they baby stepping us through it. Child. Let's put that there. It's not a whole lot. It's just enough. Oh, yeah. I forgot about, how could I forget? Yeah, and I had moved, I think I moved it back up. I had moved my pajama Sundays for tomorrow back because me and the bestie was supposed to run out and do bestie things, but then the Super Bowl and then some other mommy duties. So then I moved it back up to, I think, to like 4 o'clock. So there will be a pajama Sundays tomorrow. I have some content to still give you guys because it's been a slow week. Like I said, the weekend is my hot spot. It's been kind of slow during the week. I did give you guys a little short on a couple of things that I grabbed for all this for Valentine's Day. That was other things. I had pink nails and I had the pink thing. So I don't want to give you pink lips too. So I put up a little short of that. We'll be giving you some more shorts, some more content. But okay, I worked 6 days this week and I came home and your girl was wiped out. So I did the best that I could. You can go check me out. I did self-care Saturday and what you should be watching with Tamika's Den last week. We got this tonight, Pajama Sunday tomorrow, next weekend. That's what I have to get you guys about. So typically I come on here afterwards. Thanks, you girl. Afterwards and give you like my first reaction because it's just better. I take my little bit of notes and then it's kind of like off the dome because I just washed it and it's fresh as opposed to taking the notes and sitting on it and kind of forgetting things. But next Saturday is right before I go on my staycation with the kids. So I had this schedule and I had my Saturday sip Galentine's and I have some ladies coming through to join me. So I'm not moving to Galentine's. That is set in stone. But this will not be next Saturday right after. I may have to move it to Sunday or Monday. Not quite sure because I don't know if I'm going to do Love is Blind because I don't know if I could do 6 episodes. We're going to see. But my son has a birthday party to go to. So I have to swing over there. So by the time I get home and get settled and situated, I'll probably be just enough time to make my drink and get ready for my Saturday sip. So we'll be moving that. But stay tuned next week, maybe, a little bit. Like I said, the weekend is a sweet spot. So definitely look for me on the weekend. But stay tuned. I'm going to try to get up some more stuff when I'm home with the kids. But like I said, I also need to do some mommy things and do some bestie things and have some time for me and have some time for YouTube and clean and then all in a week. How do we do it? How am I going to do it? I don't know. We're going to see how it works out. I've made a schedule. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. It was funny. I was actually thinking about going to get a IV drip while I'm on vacation, get a little boost of energy, maybe in the middle of the week to get your girl up because I already got plans for Monday and Tuesday. Still trying to YouTube all along. But thank you guys so much for coming through. It was a little rough at the beginning, but y'all guys came through and showed your girls some love. I appreciate it ever so kindly. Check out some of my other content I will be having. Watch. Let's just keep your notifications on, girl. Guys. You know how your girl does. It's an experience. Oh, don't forget that. Anybody that comes through on the replay, hit me with a hashtag replay, leave a comment, drop an emoji, whatever makes you happy. Also, again, if you guys weren't here at the beginning, tell a friend to tell a friend. Your girl has made her vision board, so I'm working the steps, working my goals, breaking them down into smaller portions. The big goal is 1,000 by the end of the year, December 31st, 2024. But I would love to get to 300 by the end of Black History Month. That is 2/29/24. So, again, tell a friend to tell a friend. Share the video. I appreciate you guys ever so kindly. I gotta get some more music to play. The selection in here is like, it's all right. Thank you for coming through. Peace.